wife Ann and I went on a ghost trip to Prescott, Arizona. It was an investigation with another group of ghost hunters. And that's where we met Debbie.
Then she has everybody pick names out of a hat, and then you team up with them. So pretty much that's how we met, and we stayed friends ever since.
The mission of the Arizona Desert Ghost Hunters is to make a connection. We all have a belief in the afterlife, and we would like to make a connection or contact with that.
We're really excited about going back to Tombstone, to the Buford house, because we did catch an apparition in the mirror, and we're hoping to catch him again, and supposedly his name is George, and he likes women a lot.
Victorian room where we stayed last time, Ann and I. This is the room that's supposedly haunted by an entity named George.
And he's a player, likes women.
That's what they say. And this is the chair I was sitting in last time, the angle that I got him in the mirror right there. Out of 25 photos, I got one with a face in it, and it was actually a background shot because what we were doing was sitting on the bed holding a candle, and that was the actual shot of the photo, was of the person sitting on the bed. The mirror was actually in the background, and that's where we captured what we believe to be George.
And you're supposed to be touched when you're in here, and he supposedly interacts really well, so that's what we're going to find out tonight.
Right now, we want to speak to George. George, if you are in here, we request your presence and communicate with us. And we bring you offerings. We brought you a game of cards, poker chips. My tools I choose are a tarot deck. I use the Thoth deck, but not all the time. Sometimes I channel. When I sit there and start talking to my guides, I get a piece of paper and it just starts flowing and I start writing. Just kind of relax and see if we feel anything, if anybody gets touched.
I've got a nice big order.
If you feel a nice breeze. Actually, before I was talking about the cards, right when I looked up, he was right up here. Okay. So let's just breathe. You just tensed up. Don't tense.
Pretty amazing to watch Debbie work because she's the intuitive of the group, and she's the one that walks in the room and draws, you know, all the ghosts and the spirits, you know, wanting to make contact. So it's actually amazing to watch.
We're gonna play some cards.
How about a game of blackjack?
There we go. You got some money.
And some chips going. Remember that sound, George? We'll play some blackjack here, girls. Sometimes does it take time?
Oh yeah.
That's
That's why we're here most of the night. That's what we do most of the night. We sit here until they can warm up to us. Because a lot of times, you know, they won't just come out and let themselves be known. You gotta be here and just kind of get in sync with them, and they gotta get used to it. It's just a person. They just don't have a body.
Right.
Yeah.
He's not ready to play yet.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
Okay, yeah, he's right by Arthur.
Shoot, and I knew that. I moved my camera. And I'm like, how come I just don't listen to my cell phone? I'm supposed to.
Can you do it again, George? Can you move by Arthur?
Can you move by
I
Arthur?
think George thinks I'm a girl. So I don't want to say anything, but I've been feeling things all night.
Okay, he's around you.
Good.
He's flying around you right now.
Yeah.
Do you like Arthur? And he likes women a lot. He's all over you. Yeah, Arthur, you're like a George Magnet.
It's another Western.
Did you see that? Do you
I
getting
saw
it?
that.
Another Western guy. What?
That was a huge orb that just flew right by him.
Orbs are energy. They're energy. And usually when you get pictures, whatever you read, when you feel and make the connection with the energy, then you can feel if it's mother, grandmother. Okay, we're gonna leave, and I want you to go ahead and sit in the chair, interact, feel free to talk loud.
Did it again.
We are more than happy to accommodate you. If you need us to help you, just ask. But you can't touch any of the girls tonight.
Oh, sure you can. Sorry, just kidding, George. Just kidding, George.
We came here tonight to try to get some EVPs, some electronic voice phenomena, see if we can pick some up in the cemetery here.
I don't think you guys realize how cold this bench is.
There's about 6 people in here, and they watched us when we got in here, and they're following us. But it's no big deal. What are you feeling? What are you feeling right now?
My ass is freezing. No, my ass is freezing, but my back and my shoulders are like really warm.
Well, yeah, that explains the picture. We have had our pictures analyzed, and they're authentic. There's nothing, no trick photography.
A ghost is earthbound, and it hasn't made the full transition crossing over. And a spirit is one that just comes in to say hello and checks on their loved ones, and they just go back and cross over, and they don't interfere in your life. And which a ghost tends to interfere and make your life miserable.
Debbie, look, my battery's dead.
Yeah, they drain it. And you got a lot of pictures.
Audio is really cool. Like my ears, everything is fine except for
Right here across the street is a business called The Outpost. About a year ago on film, they saw a guy walk right through the wall, and behind it, like a building wasn't even there. So we're going to see if we can capture him tonight on film.
It's optional. It's like now. I mean, if they want to communicate, they will. It's all free will.
Yeah, this is the boring part. Waiting for something to happen.
But our goal was to see if we could see him again. So did we see him again, or did we just, like, I guess that's how we were kind of portraying our goal is we want to try to, they want
Yeah, and it's really hard. To be honest with you, a lot of people that do this, they get their hopes up because they just expect they're going to just see a ghost or an apparition that's going to appear, and that is very rare.
This is like a one-of-a-kind thing, but we are putting a lot of hours into it.
You'd be doing that constantly.
And tonight just was not our night, but that's okay.
But you'd be doing that constantly.
One of these days we'll get him.
Later, George.